Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Muscatine Today Show. It is Wellness Wednesday on the Today Show. I'm excited. Scott is here. We're going to do some exercising. That's why we're outside, so that we have a little bit more space. And also we're outside because we're going to be well, we were going to tour the tent out at MCSA in the parking lot of Hy-Vee, but instead we took a little video pre-show so that you can see literally like the whole tent. We did a super speed tour through the tent so you can see all of the product that is available out there in warp speed for you. And Mary's here. She's going to talk to us a little bit about why you want to come out to the parking lot at Hy-Vee to shop the MCSA tent, all of the reasons, beyond just the reason that you're supporting a great cause. And, well, I mean, they have a lot of great products out there, and you're supporting a great cause, and they have a really great deal. So, Mary, let's talk about that.
Good morning.
I saw a big banner out there that says something. What's that banner say?
We have 11 products in the tent that are buy one, get 3 for free, and everybody thinks it's a joke or a scam, or we're going to work it out some other way. It is not. You're going to buy one of them. We're going to put 3 additional ones in your bag for you, and you're going to walk out with 4 products.
Cool.
If you shop every one of those, you're going to leave with 44 products for $89.
Wow.
And some of them are the fountains and the fireworks, and some of them are smoke balls and things, sparklers and things like that for the kids. So there's a big variety in that 11 products.
Awesome. So a wide variety of things. That's always like when I go into a tent to shop for 4th of July, it's like, okay, I want some stuff that's like off limits to the kids. That's cool to see, but we also have to keep the kids occupied with the sparklers and things like that.
Like with the missiles here, we have 2 full table. We have a couple full tables that are the smoke bombs, the snakes, the sparklers. We have some sparkler swords this year that are hugely popular with the kids. We have the missiles like these that you can do in the daytime. They don't have to wait for dark. You know, good thing to occupy their time while you guys are while you're waiting for everything. And then we also have big assortment packs. We have 5 different assortment packs that have different levels of everything. So there's a small firework or fountain in there. There's stuff for the kids. There's the cars and the tanks and all those kinds of things that are in there. So if you're not really sure what you're looking for, the assortment packs are a good way to go because they got a big variety in there. And then we also have, you know, the big booms, the big grand finale type things that you can totally set up a show for.
And so people are always questioning. So this money, it really does help MCSA.
Correct.
It's not a ploy. It's not like just kidding. This money really goes back to MCSA to help.
In 2017, it was over 2019, over $17,000 went to MCSA, and last year they had a record-breaking year, and they were right at $25,000 that went to MCSA, and that's to support the homeless shelter, the domestic violence shelter, all the programs that are offered through MCSA. And then this year, we are hoping, my goal is for us to be able to beat that. So, but that's not up to me. That's up to the community to come out and purchase those things. So we are coming into our 3rd weekend, our last weekend. So we're hoping that Muscatine will come out and, you know, really show up and help us out with that. Our tent is still full. We have tons of product. I still have product on the truck that we're pulling out every day. I know that there's an industry-wide shortage, so we're not having blank spaces, though. We are definitely able to set somebody up with what they're needing if they want to come in and talk to us. And our staff has done tons of research on all the products so we can try and point you in the right direction.
That was going to be my next question, because there are so many people that don't really, I mean, they know they want to put on a good show. They kind of know maybe what they're looking for a little bit, but you guys kind of know how to point them in the right direction of like, if they're looking for, you know, the big pretty things, this is what you want. If you're looking for a loud boom, this is what you want. And so that the team inside the tent can help you out, pointing you in that right direction and putting up a good show for you.
We have been researching the whole season, learning more and more every day. And the company, the parent company, the supplier is Hy-Vee Fireworks, and Hy-Vee Fireworks, almost all of their products have videos and everything available online. So You can look up really quickly. We have people that stand in the tent all day long and look them up and watch the videos of the products before they take them out the door.
Yep.
So it's there. All of that information is available. So we want everybody to have the best show and the best time that they can have.
Yep. So you can come out to the Hy-Vee parking lot on 2nd Avenue here, the big Hy-Vee. They're set up. You can't miss it. There's a giant gorilla that you can't miss just
Giant
off
gorilla.
the bypass. And buy your fireworks from here. It supports a really special organization here in town, MCSA. And let's beat that. Let's beat that number.
Yeah.
Let's beat that 25,000 as a community. And I mean, we can totally do it.
I think so. I think that we're definitely on track to do it if we, just have everybody, the last minute shoppers, if they come in strong, then I think we're on track to, be at really close to or even above that.
Awesome. So come out, get those sparklers, get those cakes, get the missiles and all of those things at the tent right outside Hy-Vee. And then come inside Hy-Vee and grab all the stuff you want to grill and things to make your 4th of July complete. There are a lot of things going on in Muscatine for you guys to enjoy. So come and support this great tent. All of the people inside the tent are going to be there to help you get the best show possible and keep those kiddos occupied as well with some of those buy one, get 3 free.
Yep.
That is crazy.
And they're not huge prices. Our biggest seller that goes out the door is the 1776. We have people come in asking for those year after year. The 1776 is $21.95, and you're going to get 4 of them. And there's 4 different varieties of them. So as you walk out the door, you're going to have a pretty decent display just with that for $22. So it's really a great deal, and we definitely we're not going to run out of them. So we definitely and help support MCSA.
Yep. Let's beat the record. We can beat 25.
I think so.
For sure. We can do it. So come out, visit Mary, visit the and just support this great organization here in town and do what you're already going to do, which is buy some fireworks for the We're going to go to a quick commercial break to support some of our amazing sponsors that sponsor the show. Those sponsors include people like R7 Reclaimed and Impact Life Blood Center, which just right over here. Lutheran Living, CBI, Toyota of Muscatine, Impact Athletic Performance. Scott's here with us this morning. We're gonna be doing some exercising this morning outside. Suntan City Muscatine, Unity Point Health Trinity Muscatine, and of course Hy-Vee. We're right outside the Market Grill this morning. Come have some breakfast with us, and then you can go out and shop some of those fireworks and get some of those great deals. We will be right back after this commercial break for Wellness Wednesday.
Attention! This is an important message for all you grown-ups. Get the COVID vaccine. I miss my friends. This is the end of the message. I'm back! Not so fast. You can't return to a regular program yet. Not until you get the COVID vaccine. This for real is the end of my message. Safe care, your way. Unity Point Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
All right, so I told you guys that we went out to the tent and did a super sweep of the tent to show you all of the amazing products that are still left out there. Some of those products are buy one, get 3 free, and you can support MCSA and that organization just by purchasing the things that you already planned on purchasing. So we'll show you that video now of all the great products that you can come out and purchase out here in the Hy-Vee parking lot. And when we come back, Scott and I are going to talk about some exercising, some wellness for Wellness Wednesday, which is, I mean, it's something that we need to do. It's summertime. We're all wearing shorts. We've got to get in shape and get healthy and be a healthier us. And that is brought to you by Scott and Autumn and the team at Impact Athletic Performance. So we will show you that video of the tent, and we'll be right back. All right, so it is Wellness Wednesday. I have told you this. I love Wellness Wednesday, and Scott's here today. We're going to be talking squats.
Yes, we are.
Today, and showing you guys all about squats. And we have, I mean, we only have so much time, and there's a lot of information about squats, but I guess let's just dig right in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so last time I was here, we talked about hinging.
Yep.
And there's a fundamental difference between what a hinge is in regards to a body position and what a squat is. With our hinge, our lower legs stay vertical, and we are using our hips to be able to stay strong and then get into that hinge pattern. And when we go over to the mats, we'll review that real quick. Squats, very much, there's 3 main areas that can affect your squat. It is the ankles. How is your ankle mobility? Mm-hmm. Your knees, I mean, we all talk about little cranky knees every now and then, mm-hmm. But also our hip mobility. So, you know, the question's always asked, well, is squatting really a functional movement? Well, yeah, we believe it is. Mm-hmm. And what we're trying to do is, if you look at a movement, and Gary Gray, who created the Gray Institute, very much a leader in body movement, and when he talks about functional training, one of the top things is the movement affected by gravity. I don't think there's anything else as far as a functional movement that is affected by gravity as a squat. Mm-hmm. And it's not really in terms of how much you're lifting, but your ability to use the ground. And so I'm glad you have sandals on today. I got my bare feet on. I'm going to need a pedicure, quite honestly. So don't pan in on.
Yes, don't pan in on the feet. I need a pedicure. You go see Tram, JBL. Yeah. Shout out, girl. She'll be like, "Don't shout out. You haven't been to see me."
But that's why we are so that we advocate so much with barefoot training. Our shoes lie to us when we have a brace on our arm, we have a brace on our neck, when we have a brace in general, and especially when we have our arch supports. Oh, my arch is always hurt. I'm going to put a support. it is a temporary feeling. But when we can get those arches strengthened, and we do that through barefoot training, that's where the magic happens. So being able to use the ground is immensely important, and we can't always do that with shoes. So, you know, where we look to get our squats, we want to be in as deep a position as possible. We want to have an upright torso. And we're going to go all through this. We're going to show a little bit of our progression. Pop quiz, in your opinion, don't look at the notes.
Okay.
I know this, it's just for Ashley. How many groups of muscles are there in the core? Da, 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 da.
20?
Higher.
Higher? 40?
A little bit lower, you're close.
Okay.
Roughly 35.
35.
Groups of muscles in the core.
Okay.
Our core is just not our abs. We go up from, and the way we look at it at impact, the lats, part of the core, the diaphragm, being able to create our canister of air all the way down to the pelvic floor, being able to be solid through that. Pelvic floor is an entirely different issue, especially, it's not, and it doesn't pick on women only. Men can have pelvic floor issues, and I don't want to get into this. There's a whole array of that, but with women after childbirth, the leaky bladders, pelvic floor strength is immensely important. And so we look at the pelvic floor, glutes, down in the hamstrings, all of that being related and helping you get strong into the position that you need to. Especially to not get injured. There's a one thing when we work out, cueing properly, but when we go out into the real world, getting the hard cases together. How are you guys lifting those? When we go to, maybe we get a lot of fireworks. And there's a big box of fireworks. How are you going to lift that off the ground? And are you lifting it properly? Doing yard work, everything. Squats are going to be there when we're out gardening. How are we pulling those weeds out of the garden? So when we have healthy ankles, healthy knees, healthy hips, our ability to get into the squat is so much better. And at impact, when we started identifying, okay, well, you're not exactly in a position where you need to be. What can we do to help you get a little bit more mobile? So let's go ahead and head to our mats.
Right, let's do it.
In front of the lovely. I love these.
Yeah, right?
I'm so bummed I missed out on the R2-D2 metal art. That was the coolest thing ever.
I want the dinosaur here, I think. Or maybe the flying pig, I don't know.
I think Chris already has that set. All right, so what I want you to do first is that we're just going to do a normal squat. We're going to see where your hip, ankle, and knee function is today.
Okay.
So I just want, everybody's hip makeup is different. When we do an assessment, we look at, am I all right here? Really good? Okay, good. When I look at an assessment, I look for, there again, the ankle mobility and your ability to squat. So
just a normal
just
squat?
assume a position and you're going to squat. So what we look for, and you're just basically just a little bit high in the hips, but what we look for, how does the knee track over the toes? Where does the crease of the hip here in line with the hip? Sort of a basic position. Now, my goal, if we can get this in 5 minutes or so, is to get you into an even deeper squat. So how do we do this? We look at, after our assessment, we start looking at a goblet squat. So we're going to take, this is your favorite color. Our 18-pound kettlebell. So before we do that, I want to have you I would be remiss, because we just talked about getting out into the real world, how we're going to pick something up. The quick kettlebell anatomy is we have the bell here. These are the horns. This is the handle.
Yep.
So, if this were in the gym, I'm going to cue you. You're going to hinge over and get a little squatty there. You're going to grab the handles. What you're going to do is you're going to clean this to the chest. And so we're going to go back down to the ground. What I want you to do first off is that I want you to bend. Nope, you had the hands right. I want you to think about bending the handle away from you. Okay. What that does is this straightens the back. Our job is to get better lat engagement. And so when we get that, that helps us get strong. So what you're going to do is you're going to clean that kettlebell. From there, you're going to switch your hands to the horns right when you get it to the chest. Okay. So we're going to go from handles to horns. Beautiful. So this is our established spot for our goblet squat. Now, what I want you to feel as if you're doing is we're going to pull those elbows down and in. We're not going to chicken wing. We're going to be right here. That gets our nice back structure. That gets our work into the lats. From here, let's perform a squat.
Okay.
And come back up. Let's do 2 more. Now, what I'm looking for, go ahead, 1 more. We talked about using the ground. How are we going to use the ground effectively? So I want you to feel as if you're a big bird on a big branch. We're going to squeeze, and this is the great thing about these mats is that I can tell when you're squeezing. That gets strong arch. And as you're in the bottom of the squat, go ahead and squat. I want you to feel as if you're driving the ground away and you're going to stand up. Good. Let's go 2 more. All right, so now, what I'm looking at is, 1, the feet are great, in a great position. Where we're starting to lack a little bit is we're starting to get in a little bit of chest forward position. Mm-hmm. Now, believe it or not, people kind of freak out when you say, I'm going to add weight. I'm going to add weight to this. My goal for you is as you squat and you're here, your ability to get into and have a more upright torso than here will hopefully increase. Okay. Now, we're zipping through some progression, so let's go ahead and bring that one over. Now, even more important now that we're adding weight.
Yikes, I've never done anything this heavy for a squat. Okay.
As far as our goblet squat. So
if I fall over face first, no judgment.
I'll hold you. So looking at where we're going, this weight is almost the same as the weight behind us, but it's in a different format. All right, so we're gonna bend over to grab the handles. Exactly. Now this is where it's key that we're going to push the ground away from us, and we're going to go from handles to horns, and we're going to hold it right here at the chest. Okay. And go. See, there it is. The whole anxiety thing of lifting weight, oh my gosh, I've never done anything. You did it wonderfully. Now, our goal, squeeze the ground, and we're going to try to keep that torso upright. Now, if we could compare between what we did, and let's do 1 more, where we were just 2 minutes ago with a lighter weight, and let's go ahead and put the kettlebell down, your ability to be able to be more upright in the torso was improved.
Okay.
Okay. We don't have a side-by-side, but as I was looking at you, probably a handful of degrees that you were leaning forward. And that's really the function of the lighter weight. Mm-hmm. The heavier weight, as much as people don't want to.
Do you focus? Is it because you're focusing so much more?
You are pulling the lats back down. So you have a lot of engagement. And, you know, one of the byproducts of working out is looking good naked.
Yep.
And that's what we all want to do.
Yeah.
We need to be comfortable in our body.
Yep.
But the wings that we start to get, that's getting strong through the lats. That's good lat development. And So we're using that more, and guess what? As we're doing that, that facilitates our ability to keep the chest up. So now, where we would go from here, and I'll get this one out of the way,
Okay.
is we're gonna introduce our ultimate sandbag, which is the primary mode of what we use at Impact Athletic Performance, along with kettlebells.
Yep.
This is called a bear hug clean. So we're gonna get the nice clean section of that. What I want you to do is you're gonna step forward and you're basically gonna straddle the bag halfway. So from this point, your job is you're going to go underneath, strong grab here, just like we did with the kettlebell handles. From here, you're going to drive the ground away. You're going to bring that bag up, and you're going to get right to here. Yeah, that's our bear hug. So let's go down. Let's do 2 more.
And just put it back down?
Yeah, we're gonna, yep, put the bag down. Yeah, because we always control the bag.
Yep.
When you look at some exercises where a barbell is overhead, what's the convenient way? We're going to drop it. Or if it's in the front rack, we drop it. At Impact, we not only work to get it into this position, but we also control the bag down. We never let the bag control us.
Right.
So let's go ahead and do this one more time, or a couple more times. Strong grab and up. Now let's go back down again. What I want you to do is we're going to grab this just like this is a big sandwich. Okay. We're going to grab it right here, drive through the ground, and hug. Beautiful. So from this point, I want you now to be able to squat. The only difference between this and the kettlebell you just did, roughly 2 or 3 pounds.
Okay.
All right. But as you are hugging this, it helps you almost feel as if you're going to rip the bag apart this way. Mm-hmm. That helps facilitate a strong upper back, good lat engagement. We're going to brace and we're going to go, and we're going to squat deep, and then we're going to come up. Now, that was good. Now, what happened there is that, how's the bag weight? You all right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What happened is the butt came up first.
Okay.
So what we need to do is, there again, all the cueing comes into effect. We're going to strong grab here. Okay. As we come out, we're going to resist that bag pulling us forward. So this is where our lats down through our core into our glutes are getting strong. We're going to drive straight up.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh, did it again.
You felt it though, right? Yep. Okay, let's try one more. Drive through the ground. That was a little bit better. All right, let's go ahead and put the bag back on the ground. We could spend hours talking about the squats.
Yeah.
But when we look at it at Impact, we want to be able to put you in the best spot possible. We want to see as low to the ground as possible. We want to see that upright torso. Mm-hmm. There's promises that I make when people come into Impact for the first time or when they get a membership. That one, you never do any sit-up ever in an Impact-related workout. Never. We don't believe in it. We know we can get the core strong in other ways because that can actually lead to lower back problems. The other one is, oh my gosh, blank. I got stage fright. I got
the mail freaked him out.
I went postal in my brain.
No sit-ups, and you won't make me do heavier than what I can do?
Well, yes, exactly. And that's and see, that was a little bit of a test for you, so you passed.
I passed. Like, you did actually tell me that.
We do the movement over the max.
Yep.
The other one is we don't do any type of work on the back. Then that's the one that I had forgotten. We don't do any back squats. We have Olympic bars, but those are only for personal training.
Yep.
We do everything from the front loaded position when we do squats. Now, once we get past this and understanding our ability, how do we make this different? We can change foot position. So we believe that this particular position here is the most stable. We're in a standing bilateral position. Now let's go hip width, and we're going to go into a split stance. So we just did this last week, and so a split stance, nice heel toe line. We have the heel up. This is our split stance. So what we're starting to do is progress into instability. Now I'm going to bring you forward a little bit this way. Let's go to the front of the mat. Today's workout, when you make today's workout this afternoon, we're going to do step backs. Now, I just want you to step back about another foot with that left foot.
Oh.
Yep, so so we're going to be right here. This is another progression in regards to our foot position. Then we can get into a lunge. And guess what? Our most challenging portion of instability is a single leg. So,
yeah, we tried this, and I was surprised that I wasn't, like, at the very first day, like, how unstable I was.
Exactly. And so, if I were to come in and say, okay, Ashley, we're going to do single leg RDLs today, that may not be where you are. But what we'll do is you're still going to do the same work, and maybe it's a deadlift. So if we're going to do a single leg RDL in a deadlift, well, if you're falling all over the place and you don't have that structure yet, we'll bring you back to a little, maybe a little toe touch, or maybe we'll bring you in. So functionally, you're still doing the same workout. I'm not changing how, I'm not changing what you're doing that doesn't look like anybody else's. So now you're feeling good. I'm still doing what everybody else does. Here's the other thing. And I think I talked about this a couple months ago. How many hand positions do you have on here? There's 7 hand positions that we can use. We have our neutral handles. We have our in handles. We have, the 40 pound or the bigger strength bag, we have these tabs. We did the bear hug. We can also do a bucket. So I want to show you this bucket real quick. We're going to do the same thing. So I want you to bring it from there into that clean position. You're going to bring then your hands underneath. This is our bucket position. So we can do all of these same related movements, but I can change the amount of work that you're able to do to be able to fit you where you are in life. Let's try a bucket squat here. So you have a good squeeze here. We're still pulling back, working down through the lats, and you're gonna squat. Look at that, starting to get deep. Now, we'll still have to work on that early butt extension, if you will, but you were able to get deeper than you were at the beginning just in body weight. Oh, there we go. I have seen so many videos of people doing squats like this. I have to laugh. It's not a squat. It's not a squat. There's no reason for you to be looking down. There's no reason for the chest to be here. We need to be upright. So those are all the things that we look at Impact. We give you a free assessment and say, okay, what can we do to make you feel empowered, for one, but also start improving you right away. Help you understand your body mechanics. How does this happen in the real world? Like I said, with the hard cases here, whether you're going to pick up your dog. You said you just took all the softball equipment back to the Youth Foundation, the Youth Sports Foundation yesterday. How are you picking those up? I have been given permission by my lovely wife Autumn that I can be in women's heads and people's heads talking about functional movement. How am I lifting this? What would Scott want me to do? I'm perfectly okay with that. Autumn is as well. So I think that is really all I have. There's some things that we can do. And it's not really easily facilitated here. We can take a doorway. We can grab this door. We can try, maybe in our basement, we have a column we can take that pull and be able to help train our body. I should have brought stick mobility with me. We can get right here, and now you're holding on here, and all of a sudden, if your squat was like this, now your ability to be more in an upright torso is accelerated.
Right.
And you can play around with it. I love giving that assignment to people as they go home to be able to work on not only that, but ankle mobility. And with our stick mobility classes that we have on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're able to get a lot more hip mobility in that. We've done enough hip openers on there that, I mean, people come in the next day for their workouts. It's like, what did we do yesterday? I'm sore.
Yeah.
You always don't. Sometimes you just don't need weights. You just need to be directed and cued appropriately to get the movement.
Yep.
So I'm almost out of breath.
Yeah.
That is our squats. That's the way we look at it in Impact. So we could go for probably 2 days on squats, but that's it. I mean, that's the start of it. And I mean, you saw just in that short time the cues and the things that was able to just make those improvements. And so come and hang out with us. And absolutely, and get strong feet, strong hands. That's where it's at. I mean, that just helps us be so much better in our mechanics when we're lifting, not only in the gym, but when we're out in the real world. I feel
stronger now that I've never done a kettlebell that heavy before, and so
now we know.
Look at me go.
Strong girls.
Oh.
I'm gonna put it on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Can I have your first names and just kind of tell me what you're doing?
Oh, sure. We're doing the Muscatine Today Show right now.
Oh, am I?
You're on the Muscatine Today Show
you're
now.
Live. You're live. And
I'll come back.
That's okay.
This will be my first TikTok video.
So anyways, come and hang out with us at Impact. You can, your first session's always free, and you can learn some of these things not only on Wellness Wednesdays, but every day with us at Impact. So it was fun to hang out with you all. It was fun for me to improve just a little bit, and I feel like I do that every time I go to Impact. So it's fun to be treated like an athlete and to be able to improve every single time. So that's your Wellness Wednesday from Impact Athletic Performance. Thank you for coming and sweating it out with me. It's humid out.
It is. Well, and autumn will be here in a couple weeks, talking about another aspect of not only nutrition but lifestyle changes and hacks that we can make to make you even better.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us today. And I do, before we go today, I have to give a big shout out because it is my work wife's birthday today. Sarah Connors, it's her birthday, and I wish she was here with me today so I could give her a big hug and spoil her all day, but she's with her actual husband today celebrating. So I'm really hopeful that he's treating her right and spoiling her all day. But happy birthday, Sarah. We love you so much. Everyone on the team at Pearl City Media and Discover Muscatine just loves you, and we appreciate you so much. So we hope that you are enjoying your birthday today. Thank you guys for joining us on Wellness Wednesday. We appreciate you all, and we will see you tomorrow on the show. We're excited for the show and what we have to offer you, and look forward to the 4th of July weekend. So we will see you again tomorrow morning. Until then, remember that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.
Here at Total Muscatine, we believe it's important to be strong supporters of our local community.
And that's why we donate thousands upon thousands of dollars to local Muscatine charities each year.
It's the reason why all of our employees are local to the area and have a vested interest in our community.
Even Daisy and Dilly keep it local by visiting the local dog park. So remember, when you shop Total Muscatine, you're not only sure to get great service, but you're here also supporting local.